Hello everybody and welcome to episode 9 of Vanillacraft season 2! Yay! We've made it! We're still here, we're still alive, kind of. I have died this season, so I guess technically not, but you know what I mean. As you can see, I have continued my big dig of this hole and it is finally done. I used a whole bunch of TNT to make it nice and quick, and you can see it kind of curves around a little corner. I'll give you a quick look. Oop, there we go. Quick look around. You come down here and it kind of curves around to like this part down here being the deepest bit. There's a huge cave right behind this wall, but we're going to pretend it's not there for now. And to start this episode off, we're going to get right in to the building process of what I plan to do here. So let's get right into it. This is quite a big build, so we gotta go fast. This entire first section is mostly just doing block mixing to add texture and gradients to the areas, starting with that grass and moss, and now here with the smooth basalt to create the edge of the geode, which I'm creating. I made it 2 blocks thick as a base, just to kind of emphasize how this is going to be a lot bigger than the average geode you find out in the world in Minecraft. Just following the walls of the cave that I've already made, and then I kind of blended in with the stone by adding like a sporadic spray of both deep slate and the smooth basalt out into the stone, using multiple blocks to give it texture. And I also give more texture and gradient to the grass by adding mossy cobble. Just, you know, we're here mostly to add lots of texture and like different blocks to help it all blend together real nice, just removing blocks and replacing them, keeping the shape that I'd already made previously. And then of course we do the same with the moss, putting it both on the ceiling and on the ground, because this is a cave, you have to do both the floor and the ceiling. And then I chose to add regular cobble to the stone to help it blend in with the mossy cobble, so it's all kind of cohesive. And here I'm adding more kind of grey stony blocks to give more texture to the stone, so even though it's just kind of a grey area, it still looks good. And then I also chose to add some dirt and roots to the ceiling and the grassy area to show that it's kind of like, oh, there are plants up there, here are the roots coming through. And here I am adding the dark blocks to the ceiling, so it's all coming through together all along the ground, the walls and the ceiling. I chose to also add some black stone later, just to kind of add a little bit of a darker tone. After that, it was for the calcite, which is another 2 block thick layer mixed with diorite to give it texture, and it also goes along the ceiling here, just like the black stone. Just kind of like sporadically placing them. After that, I had to figure out lighting, so I've got lanterns behind bushes and glowberries on the ceiling for the grass area. You put strings so they don't grow. And then I also chose to add gilded blackstone to the edge. Here's the fun part though. We finally get to the amethyst, so I can take a breather and slow down. So we're just adding amethyst, which I am texturing by adding both purple and magenta glass, because I didn't want it to just be solid amethyst blocks. I wanted to add visual interest, and glass is the closest block to a crystal besides them. And I'm lighting this area up with sea lanterns under the glass, so we get some light in there and they have that kind of magical vibe to them that the amethyst does. Now for the main part of the build, the pools where the axolotls will live. Now these are just shallow, only like maybe 2 or 3 block deep pools, completely made of amethyst with the sea lanterns in the glass. Basically just circles or C shapes. I make a lot of them, and then after filling them with water, you take your actual amethyst crystals of various different sizes to just kind of place them around. You'll see I'll start with a big one, and then slowly, using that as a center, spread the smaller ones out from it, like it's kind of like growing out from that one big one out from the center. I also later chose to add waterfalls to the ceiling, which I decorate in a similar way to the pools, just to kind of connect the ceiling and the floor together, and I think it looks really, really nice. I'm really happy with how all of this came out. And honestly, after this, I just went on and continued to create more and more pools going down like stairs. You will see when I've finished here, I'm just adding another big... That's that so far, though I've run out of amethyst, so I had to... Is there meant to be water coming out of there? No, that's all lied. But yeah, that's that for now. I've run out of amethyst blocks. I'm gonna have to go farm more at some point. But there is obviously part here that you didn't see in the recording, because I being a bee with only like 1.5 brain cells maximum, forgot to push record. So I'm going to quickly show you now. It's how I made these stalagmites / stalactites. It's quite simple, really nice and easy, and I like them more than the ones that come in Minecraft, the dripstone. I mean, dripstone's cool and all, but it's one color, and the longer they get, they look a bit silly. So you basically just pick a point on the ground and pick a point on the ceiling, and you like build up a bit to them. Nice and easy. You mix some diorite for texture, the only time I ever want to use it. And then I use the fences to make the skinny bit, and stairs and such to add edges, maybe some slabs, just to give it a taper. In small spaces, it can be more difficult to make nice tapering. So, hence the fences. I would prefer it if more of these bits and pieces were made out of the calcite, but unfortunately, those kinds of items in calcite just aren't a thing. And that's the basic idea of how you produce the shape, and then you just repeat this process on the ceiling, and you can either connect them with fences like so, though that one would be a bit long. I tend to keep it to 2 to 3 for the skinny bit, and then you just repeat that on the ceiling, and that's how you make yourself a nice stalagmite and stalactite. And of course, you don't have to connect them. You can leave a gap, or just do one on the ceiling, or just one on the floor. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And one of the good things about this is you can make them out of any material you like. So they don't have to be calcite and diorite like I am doing here. They can be... This is called diorite, right? Yes, it is. This is the first time I've ever actually used it, because I am in the bus of it's kind of an ugly block. But it's the best block I could find for texturing the calcite, and I think since there's not too much of it, it looks alright. But now that that's out of the way, it is time for us to move on to our next project, and for that, I have to head to the mountain just behind my base. Here we are. I've just put some, well, not just, but I've had these cauldron here's collecting powdered snow for me, so I can have access to that. Very, very nice. But that's not why we're here. We're here to get some snow, because as you know, this is actually a multiplayer server. I'm not the only person here. There's quite a few of us all here together on this server, but you don't see them a lot. It's because we've all gotten very focused on our own projects, just thinking about those. So I have chosen to create a way for us all to interact together again, because I'm a lonely bee. I want to see my Minecraft friends. So with this snow, I'm going to set up a snow generator with a snow golem, and I'm going to create on Spawn Island a little game. I'm going to make Spleef. At least I think that's what it's called. It's a very simple game, but one of the good things about it is it's super easy to make in survival. You don't need any redstone, you don't need any fancy commands. So I think it'll be a great first game to have on the server to encourage us all to come and play together. So I'm just going to have a quick night's sleep, and then I'm going to set up my snow golem. Okay, if I've done this right, which knowing me I might not have, I should be able to just... And then... Yes! Infinite snow! Ta-da! So now I can start gathering enough snow to start making a nice Spleef game for us all to play together. I should probably give this fella a name. He deserves one. I've put him down here in the cave because they will attack hostile mobs and I don't want him to die. Should be careful I don't break the wood. Maybe I should have put obsidian down there or something. But here we go. I think I'll create a connection system. A collection system for the snow. Ooh, but that would need a slab. And I've already... I haven't thought this through. I can figure it out. It's okay. It's okay. I might have to do some finagling and bajangling, but I'm going to create a collection system underneath him, so I can collect the snow easy peasy. Alright, I'm gonna figure out how to do this and I'll get back to you guys. Maybe I shouldn't have done this here because I might have to dig into the ground. Right, so if you want to create an automatic collection system, put them on a slab to start with. Don't be me and put him on a whole block because he's really, really difficult to move. So I'm just going to have to do this by hand. So I'm going to get digging. Actually, I'm going to clear my inventory so I've got more space. And then I'm going to start gathering snow and I'll come back to you when we have enough and we can start discussing exactly how I want to build this arena. Just a quick little thing before I forget, I've taken a break from digging snow to come here where I have my anvil. My cute subscriber Silverfang has requested for an axolotl to be named after them. So I have this, which is a white axolotl, and their name will be Silverfang. So if you have a name idea for an axolotl or want an axolotl named after you, let me know down in the comments below and I shall be glad to accommodate. The named axolotls will all be living in the geode together in those pools that I created. So if you're keen to be a part of that, just comment down below with a color and the name you want for your axolotl. It doesn't have to be your name, it can be any name you want within reason, of course. And this one will join our other named axolotl. We have Nat and Piss, who is a yellow axolotl, and Nat, who is pink. So we have a white axolotl, Silverfang, a yellow axolotl, Piss, and a pink axolotl, Nat. All ready and waiting to go into the geode when it is finished and nice and safe for them. Let's get back to getting that snow. Another thing about using this shovel a lot is that I need to repair it. It does have mending on it, but since I need to repair it, I can show you a little something else that I did between the episodes. If you remember a while ago, I found those skeleton spawners and I've turned this one into a farm. I didn't film me building it because none of it was my own unique idea. Down here I have a collection system, which is just a basic one with hoppers, no real redstone. But what was my idea, I don't know if anybody else has done this before, but I've popped in here a block of powdered snow. And skeletons and powdered snow turn into, what are they called? Like, strays? Something? The snow ones. And so they are dropping me slowness arrows. So if you ever want like just kind of a extra spiffy skeleton farm, just make a normal one and pop a block of powdered snow in there and you will get more slowness arrows than you'll know what to do with. I have so many and I'm not even using them right now. I'll probably think of something to use them for another time. But I'm gonna sit here and wait for there to be so many skeletons they start dying from entity cramming, and then I'm gonna repair my shovel and once again get back to digging more snow. Thunder and lightning, guys! That reminds me! A lot of my time on this I spent having to find sea lanterns because I'm too lazy to go and do a, what are they called? Monument. And look at this. As soon as I stop recording, I get amazing luck, but I have Corf, partner of Fork, so I can fly in the rain. And now that there's lightning, let's go make some charge creepers. Wait. Oh no, it is raining. For a second I thought it had already stopped. Why is it always nighttime? I'm gonna get attacked by phantoms again. It always happens. Whee! Oop. Ooh, funky lag. Whee! Whee! Okay, let's find us a creeper. I want charged creeper heads. They should spawn because it's raining. Oh, look at those creepers! 4 in one place. Let's see if I can get them all with one shot. Oh! I'm not doing too good with the flying with this lag. The rain always makes me lag. I need to be on top of the trees. It helps keep me safe. Boing. Where are they? Oh, there. So many creepers. Let's get them. That's Corf, so this is Fork. My aim with this isn't very good. Where did that even land? Look, I got it. charged creeper! Let's see if I can get these ones over here. If I blow up one of the creepers with a charged creeper, I should get a regular creeper head. Which there is an achievement for, so that would be cool. I'm still figuring out the aim with this thing. Okay, now let's gather them and hope I don't get killed. I'm gonna have rockets because I feel like they lag a bit less than the fork. Ah, I really don't like this lag. This is the kind of lag that gets you killed. Come on, you. I think that was a regular creeper. No, that was the charged one. No! But it killed a regular one. Look! Creeper head! So, not quite what I was going for. But still good nonetheless. Go away! Successfully acquired 2 full shulker boxes of snow. Even if it's not enough, it's a good start. So I'm going to grab the stone, which I'm going to use to build the majority of the build itself, and I'll meet you guys at Spawn Island. And here we are, Spawn Island. So I want to find a place mostly out of the range of the beacon so we don't get weird interference with that. And the fight needs to be mostly flat. Perhaps over here? Let's see if it disappears. Why is there a block there? Let's take this pumpkin and walking closer until the beacon affects me so I can mark where it starts with this pumpkin. Oh, so you have to be this close, so I don't even have to worry about it. Right, so over here is where I want to build the thing that I'm going to have my spleef in, and I'm thinking just a nice classic stadium style. So I have to dig out all this dirt and flatten out the area so I can build my nice big arena. And it's going to take a bit, so I'll get back to you guys when I'm done. Okay, I've flattened a bit of area, but I'm going to continue flattening and building up stuff once I've checked how big the circle's actually going to be. So I'm just going to take some stone and I'm going to, in slow-mo, kind of explain how I actually make my circles. So we want a single block center circle. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that middle block will be our center going crosswise across the circle. So we got 7, and then when you want to immediately start tapering it, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I want this to be quite big, so but the taper seems to be going a bit too slow, so I might make this 3. You got to be careful because these can get quite big quite fast, and I'm going to do a double 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's 1/4, and then we go 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have to check if this is kind of getting a bit too flat, but I think it looks alright. And now going this other way, we go the 2 again. 1, 2, and then 3, and then 7. I'll deal with that mushroom in a bit. 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These lower bits are all things that I'll build up when I get back to terraforming, and then that's 1/4 of your sphere, and then you just repeat that going all the way around and you get your circle. I'm going to reduce this edge down a bit because my circle is, like I said, getting too big. It can happen very easily. You kind of get the feel for how big it's going to be once you start to finish like half of it, and then you can be like, oh, maybe I should reduce it here or there. So instead of 10 like diagonal blocks, which is what I originally have, I've reduced it to 7 to match that edge there. And now we just go back into the original pattern. And now, if I've done this right, the pattern should repeat just to perfectly meet up back here. And there's our circle. It's obviously a lot harder to take the circles and make them into a dome, but thankfully I don't have to do that with this build. And if you just want to make sure it looks good, you just build up in a pillar like this and you can see it better from a distance. Obviously it's not perfect, but at this size I don't feel the need to be finicky. I think it looks pretty good. And now I'm going to make another circle that's going to go on the inside where the actual spleef arena will be. And there we go. There is our circle in a circle. There are aspects of it that aren't perfect, but at this size I think it's going to look okay. And I'm going to go for a different style of building than I'm doing back at home. This is all going to be stone and brick. The circles are just for, you know, laying out the basic shape. The inside the inner circle is just gonna be the arena, and then in that other area I'm going to have like some seating. I'm gonna make kind of like a stadium vibe so people can really kind of watch and all that kind of stuff, and it's just gonna be like a fun vibe. I think I don't think I'm going to get it very done today, but I'm going to get myself some bricks and at least start building up the basic idea for the first level, even if I just get like half or a quarter of it done, to have a proof of concept before bringing this episode to an end. Okay, here we are so far, and you might be wondering, why was there no time lapse? That's because I have no goddamn clue what I'm doing. I'm really just trying to vibe this out, kind of figure out what I want. Like, I'm not sure which pillar base I like. I think I like this one. This one feels a bit too chunky. So removing these just kind of slims it down a bit. Yeah, I think I like that a lot better. But there's the basic idea. You can see the different mix of blocks and the style that I'm going for. The floor in here will be the dark oak planks, and all of this will be replaced with the various types of blocks, predominantly, of course, the basic bricks. I'm actually probably going to build it all the way up and then cut pieces out and place them again. And I've run out of blocks. I'll just kind of put those there because why not? Then grab that pickaxe and just kind of, take out this one and this one and this one, and just kind of like, a broken brick here, stone here, another stone here, and bam, textured wall. Where it's going to go from here, we will see, I think, around the whole base. Do these connect nicely together? They do. I'm going to do a mix of the two types of stairs. That's a slab. But you get the idea. Still figuring it out. And look, Bear's online! Hi, Bear! How are you? And that's the gist of how the build will probably look. Now, for on the inside, down on this floor is going to be kind of like the bottom. If you've fallen down here, you've lost. And I'm going to build it up, so maybe there'll be like 2 or 3 floors to it. But here, the ceiling, made of oak planks as well, will be up here, like so. And there will be doors that you can use to get into each layer. So you'll come in here and there'll be a door right here, which will be your entrance and exit from the losing area. Same width and basic shape as that door, so you can walk right through. But there will be somewhere stairs going up to get to each level, and you can pick, do you want to have a spleef game where there's 1 level, 2 levels, or 3? I think I'm going to go for 3 levels. And the drop is going to be 4. So this is the bottom layer, and then this is where the first snow layer will be, and then it will go up 4 again, and on the 5th layer will be more snow. And that's the gist. I think next thing I'm going to do is build these walls up so I can at least get the first snow layer in to see how it looks. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate the inside yet. As I said, I am completely winging this. So we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to take a break and I'm going to brainstorm between episodes exactly how I want this design to go, because going into a build blind like I am right now is never a good idea. So don't copy me in that aspect or anything like that. But I'm going to leave this stuff here. And we'll get back to this in the next episode, I think. Hopefully it'll be done nice and soon, so we can start having some fun games, and it will hopefully encourage others to make games too. I'll meet you guys when we're back at home. Wait, did I grab my wood box? I did. Okay, let's go! And we're back. So I'm going to probably head off maybe into MS Paint and start planning my stadium. Might look at some Coliseum photos for inspiration and all of that jazz. But for now, I think this episode might just be finished. So it was a bit of a mess. Recording was a bit of a mess because of the roadworks outside. They're right at the end of my driveway and they're so noisy that they make my house shake. So if this video felt a bit all over the place and weird or messy, that's probably why I lost some recording, because I just was so distracted by all the things going on that I forgot to push the record button. But we made it here to the end, so all of you, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, favorite, subscribe, tell a friend, tell an enemy, and I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye bye.